We want to solve a quadratic equation. 3x squared minus 9x is equal to 0. In this class, at the moment, you have only one choice to solve a quadratic equation, and that is by factoring. This is the best way to solve quadratic equations anyway. So first, they have to be set equal to 0, which we have in this case. Second, on the left side, I will have to factor. And if I have the product of two things on the left side whose product is equal to 0, then there is only one scenario possible. That the first factor was equal to 0, or that the second factor is equal to 0. So in other words, instead of solving the quadratic equation, we are going to break it down into two linear equations, which we then easily can solve by using what we have learned before. So the only really challenge here is factoring. Most important thing in algebra for us. Let's have a look. The greatest common factor between 3x squared and 9x is 3x. What is left in my first? Let's do it like this. That might help you later on. So, strictly speaking, what I could do with this, after I found out that 3x is the greatest common factor, I could do this. I can multiply it by 3x and I can divide it by 3x. This could be cancelled out. That doesn't change anything. But what happens right here, it will make you see what you are left with. Let me show you what I mean. This part right here, what do I do with this? Well, both of these terms on the top have to be divided by 3x. So I have 3x squared divided by 3x minus 9x divided by 3x. And what is left inside right here now? Well, 3x squared divided by x is just going to be 1x. 9x cancels out, 9 divided by 3. There we go. And this is what we are getting. So this looks maybe complicated at the beginning. Most of us are going to do this step without writing this down, but this is really what's going on in the background. So we have factored, which is the most important part. Now I have this scenario right here that I have two products whose product is equal to 0, and that means I'm just simply going to set my first factor equal to 0. Or what is possible is that the second factor is equal to 0. These two I solve now. So have a look. Divide both sides by 3. X is equal to 0 divided by 3 is 0. Add 3 to both sides. X is equal to 3. So we have a solution set. And the solution set for us consists out of two numbers. The numbers 0 and 3. I can check this. I can check. My original equation was 3x squared minus 9x is supposed to be 0. Check the number 3. Check x is equal to 3 and plug it in. What do we get? 3 times 3 squared minus 9 times 3. What is this? This is 3 times 9 minus 9 times 3 is 27, which is 27 minus 27, which is in fact equal to 0. The second number to check is even easier. If I'm checking x is equal to 0, and I do the same thing, then I get 3 times 0 squared minus 9 times 0. Well, what is that? 3 times 0, 0 squared is 0. 3 times 0 is 0. Minus 9 times 0, that is also 0. So both numbers are working out in a sense that when I plug it into my original equation, it turns it into a true statement.